latest, of course, is Accenture, which announced that it's letting go of 19,000 employees, or 2.5% of its workforce. Well, let's talk about the Indian IT companies. Well, we're not commenting on whether the Indian IT companies are going to lay off or they're not, but we just want to put forth some data points. Point number one, the Indian IT companies hired very aggressively in FY22. This is data of Twitch, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, and Cognizant and HCL Tech. Well, in FY22, the number that they hired is more than 3 lakh employees. This is more than the cumulative hiring done in the prior years from FY17 to FY21, according to data from Axis Scan. That's point number one. Hiring was aggressive in FY22, but now the hiring momentum has started to cool off, given some moderation in demand and the decline in attrition. So the net headcount across the top 4 IT companies, that's TCS, Infy, Wipro, and HCL Tech, in the latest quarter, Q3 of FY23, was less than 2,000. But compare this with the average of 50,000, 70,000, 80,000 that we had a couple of quarters ago. So the hiring momentum has already slowed down rapidly. One reason is the decline in attrition. Most companies have recorded sharp drop-offs in their attrition rates on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Not just that, very few employees perhaps are now looking to switch jobs given the layoffs that we're seeing in startups and other major global tech companies. And perhaps, who's to say, right? Maybe companies will look to flex the margin levers as demand starts to slow down. Accenture called it business optimization. What if the other companies look to do so in India? Already, margins, according to the latest quarter, are lower than what they were pre-COVID. So one way companies could look to boost their margins is bringing down the employee expenses, which had started ballooning. So don't be surprised if companies are far more selective in their wage hikes and promotions in FY24 as well.